From the land of Wilt and Kareem and Magic, it's Los Angeles, California and Staples Center. I'm Ed Cohen. Great to be joined by Jay Williams.
And Ed, when you think about greatness, you think about this franchise has 16 titles. That's the second highest number in the NBA, but they're making the right moves to hopefully get to 17 soon.
Let's see if this Lakers franchise can recapture the glory. We're ready to go in this one. George. Great defense, forcing the miss. To James. Kuzma. Pass to Cousins, down low. Oh, nice.
Get your money, man. Ed, sometimes less is more. Keeping it simple is the best way.
Beverly into the front court. Down 2. Leonard to George for 3. Paul George can't get that one to go. Defense all over him. Kuzma to Davis. Kyle Kuzma. It's good. Coach wants to see more from his D.
But it was how he created the shot. As a defender, there's a tendency to stand up when you stare at the ball. Offensive player recognized that, continuously moved without the ball. Bang, that's how he set it up. That reach was just about a second off. He got his hand in there a little bit quicker. That would have been a steal.
Just enough imbalance. First free throw is good. And he hits the second. 3 for 3. Nice.
You know that's easy. They can't guard you. I got ball. Cousins
to James. Nice pace. Sets it up and slams it down.
That probably won't be the last time we see a dunk from him tonight. Maybe sometimes you should send a message. Give him a hard foul. Don't let it be so easy.
Leonard. And he's fouled. Good play by the shooter.
You know what? That's an even better play by the defender. I like the foul there. Send a message. Nothing easy.
He's going to have to earn it now. First one, count it. Knocks down the second free throw. It's all 3 free throws. James into the front court. Leads just a point. He made his first effort, but not that time.
Great contest by the D, but I want to see the coaching staff call the same exact play the next possession. Get that offensive player the ball. Let him prove that it wasn't the D. It was more in his own head.
Smothering D.
Just because you're an elite shooter doesn't mean you need to shoot the ball every possession. Maybe give a head fake, crack into the defender, get to the free throw line, see the ball go in the hole.
Great dish to set it up. George, no good. The follow won't go either. To James. Oh, emphatic slam.
Just wait a second, Ed. Wait 1 second. Can we go back to the play before this great play that we just saw? Just because you have a bad offensive possession, you can't allow that to go down and reciprocate itself on the defensive end. One bad play does not make 2 bad plays. You have to bounce back. That's how you play this game.
And Kawhi Leonard, good on the quick release there.
I don't know how he saw his man out in the cut like that, but that was nice.
Boogie abusing the rim. Big finish.
That's the intensity you need to see. Whenever a player running back on defense after a dunk like that holds the inside of his forearm, it lets you know how hard he dunked that basketball.
Well, an 0 for 4 start from 3, but he connects on his first of the game from downtown.
And psychologically, you need to stay in the game. Maybe drive and get the ball to the rim, but see the ball go in first.
To Leonard. Fires the 3.
To number 0, Kyle Kuzma. That's his second personal foul. Team foul number.
Kawhi Leonard is going to get 3 shots here. He's perfect from the line so far. And he connects on the first free throw. Second one's no good. One more coming. shot no good. Makes just 1 of 3 on that trip. Caldwell Pope to Cousins. Knocked loose. Clippers have it. Leonard. He made his first effort, but not that time.
Shooters shoot, period. I don't want to hear any excuses. That's why you're on the floor. You keep doing what you're doing with that superior confidence.
And Cousins is fouled. Boogie going to the line. He's going to shoot 2.
You see this all the time. The defensive players establishing his presence on the court and also checking to see how far the refs are going to let him go.
Knocks down the second after missing the first.
Jared Dudley.
To Leonard. Lets it fly from beyond the arc. Double figures in the first quarter, now at 10, including that 3.
And the more and more I watch, I become mesmerized with that follow-through. That release is effortless.
3 in the key. Doc Rivers will play the matchup. He wants some new guys on the floor. Beverly into the front court. His team up by 1. George knocks it down and the foul. And a chance now at a 4-point play.
The most important part for the offensive player is to create space. If you can create space, you can find your rhythm, and that's what we saw.
And he converts on the free throw. It's James controlling the offense. To Cousins. Sizing up the defense. And a whistle.
Welcome to new age basketball. You blow on me, that's a foul.
And hits the first free throw. Able to convert on both free throws. To Williams. For 3. His first effort off the mark. And he scores. Euro step into the rim, Jay. AD, is he a new age big?
Easy answer is yes. He is Mr. Versatility. He can do everything on both the offensive and the defensive end. He can fight the post, battle for position. He can protect the rim. Plus, if you switch, he can guard guards on the perimeter. That's what you love about AD. You need something, he has an answer for you.
The assist from
Paul George to Beverly. George. From long range. Off the mark. Cousins to Caldwell Pope. Perfect feed to set up the basket.
You know, teams usually shoot higher percentages early in the shot clock. Plus, you take away the legs of the defense. You have to dictate the pace.
Slams it down. They have set the tone in this one.
I love when I see offenses come out in beast mode. You attack that paint, you get to the rim, inevitably the floor will open up for you to knock down some threes.
And he's fouled. Davis going to the line for 2.
Trust me, you want to avoid early foul trouble. Take that one as a warning.
Anthony Davis.
First one goes down. So he hits the first, misses the second. Deep 3 at the buzzer. That's it for the first quarter. Scoreboard says it's all even. A good start to this one. All tied up as we start the second. LeBron into the front court. He'll run the offense. Kyle Kuzma. Now that's a contest. Here's a chance from long range. Not going down here. LeBron with it up top. Looking to make something happen. JaVale McGee knocked loose. Clippers have got it.
You're going to see a team take the lead here?
DeMarcus Cousins tips it.
Continuous effort is the key for your team's success. No one this entire ball game has quit on a play. That right there, that's what's going to help your team win this game.
Passed it off and finishes strong. Good luck keeping up with that.
Did you see that jump? It was as quick as a pogo stick.
Nothing going here on that drive. From the painted area, won't go down. Stuffs it down with authority. He was ready right at the tip.
What a first half he's having. He came out of the gate, attacked, found ways to get to the rim. Now look how easy the game is coming to him.
Cousins, tough matchup against George. Kuzma, the pass taken away by the Clippers.
That's called game plan execution to perfection. Every possession on the road is critical.
To Beverly. Leonard. Kawhi Leonard. He's 3 of 5. 60% shooting from the field.
You see, you can't actually get mesmerized by the ball. You actually have to focus on the dribbler's belly button. I know that may sound cheesy, but trust me, he can't go anywhere without his core.
Beverly into the front court. Leads a bucket. Paul George to Leonard. Deep two there, won't go.
It's easy. Force guys into low percentage shots. That's the reason why we're big into stats. It was all provided to you before the game in the scouting report.
LA Clippers with the basketball. Strong finish for Paul George.
It's so amazing when you get a chance to see a player in his own space. It's almost as if the defense doesn't exist. He can go left, he can go right, he can attack. He's playing on that court by himself.
New blood coming in for both sides. Bradley. Nothing's going to stop him in pursuit of the basketball. Lou Williams. He's finally on the board. Makes his first shot.
Well, when you play for each other and not just for yourself, that's when great things happen. You essentially lose yourself in what the team is trying to accomplish. It's called unselfish basketball. And there's nothing more beautiful than rewarding your teammate with a nice pass and letting them finish for 2 or 3 points.
Knocks down the first. Second one off the mark. He goes 1 for 2. To Leonard. Beverly. That is great vision to set it up. He throws it down.
It's that easy, Ed. You never want to leave any doubt when attacking the rim.
To Paul George. Leonard shakes free and hits.
You live by the 3, you die by the 3. And guess what? They're living large right now.
Bradley to Caldwell Pope. Kentavious Caldwell Pope. He's 2 for 2 now.
You feel that? I see the confidence building.
Williams into the front court. They lead it. 4-point game. And he finishes at the rim.
And attention to detail is everything for a professional scorer like that. Actually getting it done the hard way there.
Kuzma to Caldwell Pope. Has a look. Caldwell Pope off the mark. Nice follow-up on the dunk there.
Oh, man, did you see that swiftness? He dunked that thing like a tennis ball.
It looked like that in his hand. Whoa! What a finish!
And that transition offense was flawless when guys fan out and actually fill the lanes with a sense of urgency. You heard me correctly, a sense of urgency. You will get a great shot every possession.
Won't go down. Defender's lucky he wasn't called. It goes down.
And whether you're moving north or south or east or west, you got to be able to keep pace with the ball carrier and most importantly, stay in his chest. That's on the defender. It's way too early to be fatigued.
Summer basketball camps. Space is limited, so you must act soon. Visit our team.
Looks like some substitutions are coming on in.
Subbing in for LA, number 23, LeBron.
To Leonard.
And
Beyond the arc for three.
To number 0, Kyle Kuzma. That's his third.
Kawhi Leonard is going to get a chance at three here, shooting 66% in this contest. First free throw is good. It's the second. One more coming. And he cashes in at the line. 3 for 3. Now the Lakers going to use a timeout as they'll take a moment to go over things here in the second quarter. The opposing coach is going to counter, make some changes of his own. LeBron into the front court. Right now, down 7. Now the Lakers are going to call a timeout as they'll talk things over here in the second quarter. James to Danny Green. Off the assist.
Look, there was barely any contact on that last play. I agree with the ref's no call. Let him play.
To Williams. George.
To number 3, Anthony Davis. That's his second personal foul. Team foul number 2.
Paul George is going to get 3 shots here. Hasn't missed yet. First one, count it. Second and 3 is good. And he hits all 3 free throws. LeBron James with the rock. Fires the 3. Oh, LeBron James, not much more the defense could have done. He hits the contested 3.
Well, the defense has been good, but the shot-making ability has been better. And sometimes for NBA players at this level, the more you're in their face, the more it helps them center their focus on the target, which is making a shot. I know it sounds weird, but trust me, it's a real thing.
It's good, and it gets them closer as we reach the end of the first half. That'll do it for the first half. The Clippers are out in front. Tight game through the first 2 quarters as we resume play here in the third. Across the timeline comes James. His guys find themselves trailing by a bucket. Strong finish that time for Danny Green.
That's what I'm talking about. Nice finish. It's all business.
It's LA Clippers ball. Leonard. Kuzma to Davis. Kyle Kuzma. Short jumper off the mark. Leonard to George. Leonard. Going to launch beyond the arc. Buries it on the catch and shoot.
And the three-point shot of the offense applies so much pressure on the defense, you can no longer build your teams inside out. The new way, you build your team outside in.
Leonard to Paul George. The monster stuff.
And last year, it seemed like PG really had a difficult time finding that next level elite PG. No doubt about it. This year, he needs to be playoff P all day, every day.
To Leonard. Oh, emphatic slam.
See, Ed, that's what I love. You don't need to conserve your energy. You attack that rim with ferocity. You always set the tone.
Around the perimeter to Davis. Screen coming. Danny Green to Davis. Lakers down to 4 on the shot clock. Gets it in the right corner. Lets it fly from long range. Anthony Davis makes it look easy as he hits the three.
They're shooting the ball well, but let me tell you why. They're already ready to shoot before they even catch the ball. Look at their hands. Their hands are ready, providing a target. So when they catch that ball, they go right into their shot. We call that being shot ready.
Wide open. Too easy. You can't give him that look.
Sometimes when the players find that flow, nobody else needs to touch the ball. He's in the zone by himself.
George to Leonard. Cousins there for the rebound. James into the front court. His guys trail now by 4. Stuffs it down with authority.
You know, from a point guard perspective, one of the things that I learned when I played in the league was that the more I was willing to give the ball up, the harder other players were willing to run to their spots. The harder the bigs were running to the rim. The harder the three-point shooters were running to the three-point line because they knew they could be active recipients. And when they caught the ball, they knew exactly what to do with it.
George sizing up Cousins. A drive down the lane, but the shot won't go down. LeBron into the front court. His group now down 2. Oh, whistle.
Those cat-like hands almost got a steal.
Looks like both teams are making substitutions.
Number 1, Kentavious Caldwell-Pope. Stepping in for the Clippers.
Danny Green, 5-second violation. Leonard. He'll get it down low to Harrell. To Leonard. Off the assist.
When the ball's in his hands, we all knew what was going to happen.
Danny Green to Caldwell-Pope. Gets to the basket and scores.
It's really a dope thing when passing becomes infectious. But don't become overly passive. Still take your shots when they're there.
To Harkless. Nothing going here on that drive. Harkless. Curling inside. George. And knocks it down.
And they're relentless with these long shots. It just seems like their spacing is perfect, and they come down, they know exactly where they want to be, and they're shooting the ball without hesitation.
For 3, Danny Green can't get that one to go. Defense all over him. It's the Clippers with the possession now. A drive through the paint, but his shot misses. Davis to Caldwell-Pope. Kentavious Caldwell-Pope looking good. 4 for 5.
2 points. Take them any way you can get them.
Leonard. Deep right corner. George, it's good. Defense has to pick things up. Jay, when you break down Paul George, where is he at his best?
He needs to be engaged. He needs to have the ball in his hands. He needs to be needed. And that's the biggest thing for Paul George. When he's the guy offensively and he makes those clutch shots, it re-engages him defensively. And that drives him to be the best version of Paul George there is.
Paul George to Beverly. And he's fouled. Earns a trip to the foul line, Jay.
I'm watching the coach's reaction right now, and I'll tell you, he's not going to be happy about that. The game comes down to the micro details. That wasn't a part of the plan right there.
Goes 2 for 2. Well, you can't do that.
That's just a blatant foul. Maybe he's trying to make a statement.
That's his first personal foul. Team foul number 2. Los Angeles Clippers. Penalty.
Oh, a whistle.
He took a chance. That's the right call.
That's his first personal foul. Team foul number 3. Los Angeles.
And he connects on the first free throw. Two for 2 on that trip. DeMarcus Cousins, huge block. from 18 feet at the buzzer. Third quarter comes to an end. The Clippers have the lead. The Clippers with the basketball as we begin the fourth quarter. They had the lead coming out of halftime. They were able to extend that lead in the third quarter.
A lot of fans and players get consumed with the big plays, but the coaches love seeing their teams continuing to do the little things. That's how you increase the lead.
Able to convert inside.
There you go, finally. Shoot your shot.
To Kyle Kuzma. Danny Green.
Oh, they called a foul, Jay.
Timing was just a tad bit off.
James against George. Kuzma to James. With a drop step. LeBron James. That's how it's done. He's 4 for 4 in the game.
Old school equals high percentage.
To Beverly. To George. Anthony Davis with a piece.
That's why a rim protector is a necessity in this game.
Straight down the middle of the lane. Way to punch it home.
It just seems like nobody can stop him but him. Once he's found his offensive swag, that boy's deadly.
Leonard to Paul George. To Leonard. And the basket good at the rim.
Well, the shooting has been spectacular, but one of the things that I've seen as the difference maker in this ball game is how they are catching the basketball. They're not establishing a pivot foot, which leaves the defense wondering which way you can drive, but when that shot is working like that, you got it any way you want it.
Leonard to George. Fires the three. He's been dialed in from long distance. That's now 5 threes for the game.
Nothing more painful than the next day watching tape, seeing the fact that he got 15 points off three-point shots.
Timeout called here by the Clippers. That's their first of the final 3 minutes. That leaves them with 1 remaining.
You're going to see the best players make in-game adjustments on the fly. The intellect of some of these superstars is off the charts. Your ability to adapt and move forward as quickly as possible in the most efficient manner will determine whether you win this game or not.
Leonard, no good. That's great defense.
Shooters shoot, period. I don't want to hear any excuses. That's why you're on the floor. You keep doing what you're doing with that superior confidence.
On the follow, way to stay with it.
You know, Ed, I'm down with guys having 35, 40, maybe 50 points in the game. But the one thing you look for in the defensive end, when there's a huddle after a guy has dropped multiple buckets on you in a row, and everybody's quiet, nobody stands up and says, yo, I got him, I'm going to stop him, you're in a worrisome place for your team.
And draws the foul.
Smart play to rip through the extended arm of the defender. That will get you to the free throw line every time.
Kawhi Leonard has got 2 shots coming, shooting 77% so far in this one. Goes 2 for 2 at the line.
I like that. Good shot.
Cleans the offensive glass. Another shot won't go either. Grabs his own miss and scores. Good concentration.
I'm not sure that wasn't an offensive foul, but take it when you can get it.
Williams to Leonard. Runner's good there.
Well, we got a chance to firsthand watch something be created. I think we just watched an epidemic of passing. I've never seen something like this before. It was so contagious, everybody started to do it, and it ultimately led to the other team's demise.
If that's an epidemic, sign me up. To Danny Green. James Clippers have it.
You better get back on D. This thing is not over.
To Leonard. Count the basket inside.
You normally don't see that, but that's the type of thing that keeps shooters in the league for a long time. Every once in a while, they venture into the paint.
Nice pace, sets it up, and slams it down.
Ooh, shows like this separate the good players from the great ones. The good players, they have good first halves, and then they fade to black in the second. The great players, they just sustain that kind of dynamic energy throughout the entire ball game.
Now the Lakers gonna use a timeout as they'll talk things over here in this fourth quarter. Coach has seen enough. He wants some changes. New personnel onto the floor.
Number 15.
To James.
Marcus Cousins.
Knocked loose. Clippers have got it.
1 minute remaining in the fourth quarter.
Leonard. Yes. Give the advantage to the shooter.
And watching all these great shooters on the floor at once, it almost mesmerizes me. It's like you're watching this shot in slow motion. The backspin, it gives off the feel that the ball's going in every time.
To Beverly. George in a matchup with Boogie. Throws it down.
You know, it reminds me out of a story a legendary coach once told me. He said, if you ever get in a fight, you're not going to hit somebody with an open hand, correct? You'll probably break a finger. But if you hit somebody with a fist, what is that? That's 5 fingers working collectively together as one. That's how you deliver a knockout punch, and that's what we're seeing tonight.
The pass taken away by the Lakers.
Tonight, it may not cost you, but in a playoff game, it will.
Calls out of bounds. Last touch by Kyle Kuzma. And that'll get out of bounds. Last touch by the Clippers. Clippers have it. Deep three at the buzzer. Oh, how about that? A 3 at the buzzer. That's going to bring some icy stares from the other bench. This one is now all over.